Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. Thank y'all for joining the live stream today. You know, it's Tuesday. We'll have the panel. I'm going to have a few guys on here today. Thank Danny for showing up early today. As you know, on the panel, there's no topic, but we do talk about everything Philippines and our experiences with the country. I want to give a shout out to the NTZ crew. Jacob Tanjay, I see you're on here. I know Michael Beach Your Life is going to be on here. Anybody that hasn't had a chance to go to my community page and check out that painting that James made of me, man, you're missing out on something. This guy may be a genius, guys. He captured my whole, what I want to say. I want to get this right. He captured my whole being in that picture. I mean, my whole story, actually, of me coming to the Philippines, and even now. And there's James right there, man. I tell you what, brother, that's a hell of a picture, and I'm going to put that up. I'm going to frame that. I ain't going to wait for you to come over here. I'm going to blow it up off my phone and hang it in the guest room, man. It's a brilliant picture, though. What's up, Jason Flint? He said he made it here on time. What's going on, Danny?
Not much, man.
Well, I heard that Doug said he's going to drop y'all off early over here, about 11. Right. So, you know, we should be ready, but if not, we'll just leave from here. She's cutting the air on in the guest room, and I'll give you the Wi-Fi. You know, that's if we're not ready, but we should be ready. Right. Hey, what's going on? Yusuf Abib, he said, good morning, you two, and to everyone on the chat. Yeah, we're expecting some more people. How you sleeping, Danny?
Oh, I slept pretty amazing. You know, this first night we slept without the aircon on. We just opened the patio doors. And, you know, you just let the fresh air flow in. We have this little fan that blows in the, you know, the cold air off the water over here. And shoot, I slept like a baby, man.
Yeah, you right there by the water. Can you hear the waves crashing or not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you're right there on the water.
Can you hear it? Can you hear it through the live stream?
No, I can't hear it. Yeah. Hey, Luke. Yeah, man. Come on over here. You're going to be welcome. It'll be a pleasure to meet you. Let's see. We'll go down here for a little while. He said, what's up, Robert, man? I hope you progressing, man. You know, Robert was shot a few times in Houston, Texas. I hope you're okay, brother. Yeah, he said he got shot several times, not just once.
That's crazy.
There's Alex on here. I'll be in Cebu tomorrow, Alex. Maybe we can hook up and go to lunch or something. I'm going to take Danny and his wife out to lunch today. Tell us something good today, Danny, so far.
Well, we had an amazing breakfast this morning. You know, Doug here at Small Fries Beach Resort, that's where I'm at. He has an amazing staff that are super friendly. They're prompt, and they make amazing dishes, you know, for us. And yeah, this morning was no exception. We had bacon and eggs, omelets. I mean, just a regular American breakfast, actually.
How was that good? How was that burger? Did you taste that burger?
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really. And that was actually the first time I had a burger like that, you know, here in the Philippines. You know, I tried we've stopped at like Burger King and McDonald's, and I mean those taste all right, but I mean the burgers that he has here, they're phenomenal, man.
Yeah, I tell anybody, if you come anywhere near here and you want to go to Bacala City, there's a real burger there. It's a Gunny's All American Burgers.
Right.
I mean, he's got real steaks. But I'm going to give that. Okay, here's another guy that's joining us today. W Secrets to Success.
Cal, hey, buddy, how's it going?
What's going on, man? I'm glad you could join us today.
Hey, man, thanks for inviting me to your live stream.
Yeah, I want to give us a little bit background since this is your first time on the panel.
All right, so guys, a lot of you probably have heard me come in. I've been following Calvin since Q4 20 of last year as I was doing some research on the Philippines. And, actually his feed came across my Facebook page, and I basically was looking at his Facebook page, and I said, Sunshine Shoulders, who is this guy? And I said, all right, well, let me take a look at his videos on YouTube. And after following him for watching a few of his videos, I realized, I was like, you know what? I like what this guy is saying. You know, he tells the real nitty gritty, and, you know, anyone that wears their emotions on their sleeves, okay with me. And in addition to that, he gave me some information about the Philippines that I wasn't aware of. So as I started to watch more and more of his videos, I put a call into him. We talked a little bit. I'm sending him messages about different questions and stuff that I'd like to know about the Philippines. And, you know, I like his channel. I like all the people that he typically have on here interviewing and the different, guests. So, I'm learning a lot just about Philippines, and eventually my plans is to come and visit at the end of this year to get my, boots on the ground experience and check it out. So that's a little bit about me. I'm out of Dallas, Texas, where I currently live, and I'm in a high tech space. So, I'm a normal guy.
Yeah, we've got a guy that's supposed to, I invited on her, Dana, the travel agent. He's living in Dallas, Texas right now.
Yeah.
WC Success, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard you. I've seen Dana on here a few times. Eventually I like to reach out to him because maybe I use him for my travel plans when I eventually make plans to come there.
And he doesn't charge the guys from Sunshine Shoulders. So that's, even if you just want to get a consultation, hell, I would, just to see his price against your price, because he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
But, all right, I'll see you in Jax. Thanks for that super chat. He said, yo, Cal, sending peace and love, brother. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Once again, if you haven't had a chance to go on my community page and see this painting that James did of me, it's outstanding, man. I mean, he's a genius as far as I'm concerned. He captured my whole life in that photo, man, where I am, where I was when I came to the Philippines and where I am now. I'm walking toward the light, Danny.
Now, Cal, can you see me? Is there enough light in here? Can you see me okay?
Yeah, I can see you, man. I was telling guys one time that you're the type of guy, you don't buy houses with that 30-year death sentence, do you?
Well, actually, I do. Like I told you when we talked, I look at houses as an investment. I've made money off. This is my second house I bought, and first house I bought, I made about 3 times the amount that I paid for it. And I purchased this house about a year ago, and within a short, time frame. And even though this housing market here in the U.S. is an anomaly right now, my house is already doubling in value, and that's because I look at it, a few things. One, I look at the best school districts. It has to be a top-rate school district. 2, I look at the community. If it's in a, very nice gated guard community. The third thing, I look at the floor plan. And the last thing I look at is if I can buy equity into the house. So if I can check all of those boxes, eventually I'm going to make money. And in this scenario, that's what I did. So, I've sent you different pictures and videos of my home here. As you know, it's pretty big. I don't need this big house, but I bought it for an investment because eventually, I will cash out of this. And when I cash out of this, to me, I look at it as a 401k, an additional 401k to my investment strategy. So that's how I look at homes.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm glad to have guys like you on the channel because, man, you can really give out some good information and some good ideas because I never looked at it like that. I went into it with that 30-year death sentence that I was going to hold on to the house until, the wheels fell off, and that's exactly what happened. Let's welcome Dana to the panel. What's up, Dana?
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Your homeboy, W Secrets to Success, he's in Dallas too, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Hello, Dana. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, and I hope you are too.
I'm doing well. What part of Dallas are you in?
I'm up here in Louisville, in the northwest corner.
Okay. Well, I'm in the opposite. I'm northeast. I'm out like in the Parker, Allen, Lucas area.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're not too far. You're just across 121.
Absolutely. That's exactly where I'm at.
You know anything about that area, Dana?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've been here, 28 years now.
Yeah. I gave him your email. He was needing some help with a ticket. I don't know if he wrote you already or not.
Was that Doc?
I'm pretty sure. Maybe it was. What was his
He's from
email?
Houston.
I think it was, yeah. He was kind of all over the place.
I've been talking to Doc all weekend.
Well, no, that's not him then. I just sent this one today. Well, I just gave him your email address today.
Okay,
So,
well, I haven't heard from him yet.
Have you seen where I was reading where airline prices have went up 18%? Are you seeing anything like that, Dana?
Yeah, I sent you that in an email. It's going up 18.6% in April alone. Matter of fact, I was planning to buy my tickets this past weekend, and they've jumped again. So I'm kind of putting it on hold for a minute, hoping to see some come back down.
Anthony Williams says, is it cheaper to fly from Seattle, San Francisco, or LAX?
Either San Francisco or LAX.
Okay. Yeah, because Seattle's way out of the way, right?
No, that really doesn't have anything to do with it. What it is, it boils down to Seattle's airport. They put a tax on every ticket that coming in or coming out, and that supports the city of Seattle. San Francisco and Los Angeles, their airports are what they call port of entries, and so, or port authorities. So they put a tax on tickets also, but it's not nearly as demanding as the tickets in places that are not port authorities like Seattle.
I saw Lee in San Diego 102 says it's probably due to fuel hike. I saw today where there's a gas station in Northern California who officially has the highest gas price in America, $9.69. I think the premium is $9.81. And is it that high out there? How much is it in Texas?
Well, about $4.
It's not that. It's not nearly as high here in Texas. We haven't cracked $5 a gallon yet. However,
but it's
what you gotta understand
$4.
Yeah, it's $4. I said it hasn't cracked $5 yet.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you and I both know $4 to us is like $9 to the West Coast.
I mean, that's a lot.
It's
Especially when
$4.45 in Missouri.
we're accustomed to $2 gas, maybe $2.50 to $3. When it starts to, go up to $4, I just did a fill up last week, and that fill up typically in my Tahoe is probably around $65, $70. I mean, it was $150.
Let me ask you something, because I sold Tahoes for 45 years. Are you using premium gas or are you using regular gas?
I got a lead foot, Dana, so I only use the good stuff. So I like to I like to use the stuff that's gonna get me going, buddy.
Yeah, the gas price is $4.45 in Missouri right now.
Well,
yeah, okay,
you're gonna pay for that. You can easily get away with using mid-grade. That won't hurt your Tahoe at all, and it'll enhance your fuel economy.
Well, you know what, Darren, you're absolutely right. But you know what? I don't really drive that much through the week unless I'm driving to the airport, traveling or something, because I work from home. So,
okay.
I mean, I'm filling up once every 2 weeks, so it's not really that bad. But you notice, if you pay attention to your budget, which I do, I just noticed that when I'm filled up this time, instead of it reading around $67, $70, it was like $115. So to me, I was like, wow. I'm glad I don't have to travel every day.
Let me ask you something, though. Have we as
Americans? The biggest
Americans?
advantage of you using premium fuel, tank longer. It's okay to sit in the tank longer. Go ahead, Calvin. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was saying, have the gas prices been kind of?
Calvin, you seem to be up. It's not moving.
I'm not moving.
Okay, now you are.
Okay, because I can see my signal up here. I got a full signal. But anyway, it seems like they've been manipulating the price of gas in America, because everywhere else around the world, the gas has always been, it's higher here in the Philippines than it is in America. How could that be? So, you know what I'm saying?
You don't buy gasoline by the gallon, you buy it by the liter. That's why.
Yeah,
but it's still like it ends up being $6 or something.
It's the same thing, though. What I'm trying to say, Dana, is they've been manipulating that. They've been holding that price down. It should already be $4 and $5 per gallon. There's no reason why it's taking this long to get that high when everywhere else in the world, because remember, we're the only ones buying on gallon. Everywhere else, you said liters, we're the only ones still on the Dewey Decimal System, Dana, you know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Well, Cal,
you can't
go
anywhere else and buy a gallon. You can't go anywhere else in the world and buy a gallon of gas.
Hey, but Cal, as Americans, we're used to that dollar gas. I still remember from the 90s when a gallon of gas was 99 cents.
Absolutely.
And then in 2000, it transitioned with Katrina. That's when the prices started to go up here, around what we're seeing it today, around that $2, $3, $4. And you know what, America, we almost had a heart attack. And then it settled down for around $2. And it's been that for the last, 15 plus years. Well,
yeah. But here's the point I'm trying to make. Here's the point I'm trying to make, though. Everything else has went up. Why is it that we don't expect gas to go up? And then when it does, we have a damn fit. It's like everything else has went up. Check the rent. Check the food. Check everything else, guys. Come on, man. What is it about gas? They got a program that we don't think gas is supposed to go up. I'm sorry, but it's inflation. All right?
Calvin.
Well, Calvin, based on what you said right there, that's one reason I'm interested in coming to the Philippines, because of the exchange rate.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You guys are making me feel older than dirt, right? Because I remember for me in high school, when I graduated from high school, you could go to certain intersections in Columbus, Ohio, and there would be a gas station on all four corners, and they would have what they call gas wars. I was paying 35 cents for a gallon of gasoline and got full service.
Wow. What year was
Bread,
that?
a loaf of bread was 19 cents.
Well, you know what, Dana, that must have been before I was born.
Well, hell,
I'm
it
sure
used
it
to
was.
be. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You used to could get hell for $5. You know, crackheads used to take $5 for for action. Now it's 20. Everything's went up, Dana.
Well, Calvin, did you say crackheads used to take $5 for action?
Yeah. So I'm saying everything's gonna go up. Dana, Dana's sitting there like he doesn't know what a crackhead is.
I'm just.
You know what a crackhead is, Dana?
Crackheads.
Do I know what a crackhead is?
Yeah.
Of course I know what a crackhead was or is.
No,
I was around as an adult before there was crack.
You know what, guys? This is why I love this channel. This is why I love watching Calvin. This guy keeps me laughing. I'm always sending him texts after his shows saying, man, I can't believe you said this, you said that. I mean, he's a stand-up comedian.
But that gave equal truth says, did he go to school with Abraham Lincoln?
No. I didn't go to school with Abraham. I went with Rutherford B. Hayes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but see, I'm going to tell you, hey, Robert Jones, thanks for that super chat. He says, Dana's showing his age. But Dana's in good shape, though. He's like Sydney over here. Sydney's got a 36-year-old woman, man. He's 87.
How old are you, Dana?
72.
72.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but we had dinner with a guy. He was 72, and his Filipino wife, I think she was 52. And, man, he looked good, man. I'm like, does everything still working at 72, Dana?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just curious because that means I've got a few more years of action then.
Hey, hey, ginseng.
Oh, okay, yeah. So where's Irene, Dana? I mean, Danny, where's Irene?
She's in the living room watching television, or maybe she's watching our live stream. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Does she watch our live stream?
I know she's on her phone.
Oh, okay. Jacob Chanje says Sydney's my hero. He's everybody's hero, man. This guy is a phenomenon.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
Calvin, I got something I want to say tonight to the group.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching your vlog about people overcomplicating their trip.
Over what?
Overcomplicating their trip to the Philippines.
Yeah.
And so, hello. So
That's my girl Irene here.
I got a couple of trips. I got a couple of tips that I want to pass along to some of the subscribers. Hey, Booby.
Hi, Booby.
Hey, Booby.
Hey, Will.
Hi, honey.
That's Booby.
Well, go ahead.
Looking super cute.
Number one, don't overpack. Whatever you do, don't overpack. Any shirts, any thing like that, unless you're really a large person and going to have a hard time finding your size in the Philippines, don't overpack. Okay. What I suggest is that and if you have a penchant for wearing Nikes, Adidas, and all the other fancy footwear, wear old shoes. Do not take new shoes. Many times you're going to be going places where the custom is to take your shoes off before you enter. Okay? You do not want to have a $120 pair of Nikes left out there unguarded while you're in somebody's facilities, restaurant, whatever. So take flip-flops, take older shoes, but don't go over there sporting new shoes.
Yeah, and a lot of places where you go, it's going to be muddy too, and
yeah,
that's just how it is. Especially if you come to see me, you walking through here and them $120 Nikes, they're gonna be dirty as hell, muddy as hell. By the time you get up to the house. Tyrone says, my question is, not that many girls on the website respond, or they respond very vaguely. Why? They're probably not interested, is what I can say. And you may be on the wrong.
I'll bet you that's what it is more than anything else.
Or he may be on the wrong website. Make a new profile and put money and hold some money in your hand. That might help. Danny, let me ask you something. Be honest. Did you send your girlfriend any money before you met her?
Never. No.
So
and she never asked.
Yeah. But of course she's not going to ask, right?
She didn't ask, and I didn't send her anything.
Yeah, she's not going to ask. You know why, don't you? There's an
unspoken agreement.
There's an unspoken agreement, Danny. Right. No Filipinos, no self-respecting Filipino will ever ask for money, guys, okay? She knows her reputation around the world. They've got a reputation as gold diggers, even though, it's not really a good reputation, but they know it. So they're not going to ask you for anything, but they know when they're going to let you know their situation, that she don't have any money. So when you come over here, you got to pay for everything.
Yeah, she never asked me for any money. She never hinted around for anything. She didn't, come up with any stories about having sick pigs or, a family member in a hospital. Like a lot of, Filipinos would do in order to get you to send them money. But she was never like that. And or a lot of them would say, "Oh, I'm having problems with my phone, or I got a cracked screen," or like I said, before I met Irene, I was on those dating websites for 9 months before I came across Irene's profile.
But Danny, you're not so naive to think that you know why they're on those dating sites, right?
Absolutely.
You know why okay. Well, I just want to I know you're not that naive. You know that they're looking for a come up, and they're just not going to ask you, but that's what they're looking for, because there's men here that they can date. You know that.
Right.
There's a lot of men here they can date, but they've chosen not to date them. They want somebody that can build them a house, take them to their home country or whatever it is.
Calvin,
that's the rules, guys.
Calvin. These girls know that there's about a 10% chance in hell that you're going to show up. So she's asking you to send the money because she doesn't feel like you're going to show up anyway.
Well, even Irene was surprised that I actually came out and saw her. She didn't expect me to actually follow through and come out there.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them don't. If they're online, they don't expect you to come.
Right.
Well, Daniel, I tell you what, man, you look 10 years younger since you landed there in the Philippines. So congrats on being there. I can tell
that's what Calvin was saying too. Calvin was saying, "Hey, you look a lot younger."
Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping that whenever I get there, I'm looking at least 10 years younger as well. And that's one thing I said to Calvin, that all the guys that I've noticed that I follow in the Philippines, not just Philippines, but even in Thailand, because I'm looking at both places as potential options for retirement. I mean, within 6 months to a year, guys have lost anywhere between 50 to 100 pounds. They're looking younger. They're looking, they're just looking really jolly in regards to, their life. They're having fun. And I was like, you know what? That's what really attracted me to looking at Southeast Asia, and especially the Philippines, because of that quality of life. I told Calvin many times, I got women here. And I don't have to fly that far if I get tired of these Western women here in the U.S., which, I mean, I'm not, but that's not my purpose of coming to the Philippines. My purpose of coming to the Philippines is cost of living. I don't want to work till I'm 60 or 65. I'm trying to retire early. My goal is to potentially retire in the next 5 to 6 years. And for me to do that, I can't do that here in the U.S. I would have to work longer. I know this, just based on my life.
Hey, Calvin.
You're living a sick lifestyle. We live a sick, toxic lifestyle in America, man. Look at your diet. Look at your job, the hours we work, the stress. So then when you step outside of that, it's automatic that you're going to start healing. You're sick over there, man. We take more prescription medications than the rest of the world combined. Okay.
When I was
Calvin,
with my,
you're going to lose 30 pounds in stress when you get over there. Okay.
Absolutely.
You're going to lose 30 pounds of stress because you're going to sleep better, and you're going to eat healthier.
Yeah. Danny, you're absolutely right, because whenever I travel, I travel international for work, and I've been doing this for 25 years. And whenever I'm abroad, whether I'm in Europe or South America somewhere, I typically, my diet changes because the food is different. That's number one. So I eat less anyway. Number two, I'm on the different schedule. I'm not with my comfort foods like I'm here at home. So when I'm at home, you know what? I snack all through the night until I'm ready to go to bed. That's not a good thing. But I also work out because I'm in a very high stress, job. So I have to work out just to maintain what I do. So, but I'm just like, you know what? I've been doing this 25 plus years. I want to do it for another 5 or 6 years. And stack as much money as possible. Because, I don't know about you guys when you was working or, I know most of you guys are still working and live here in the U.S. But, my goal for working is this. I work to live. I don't live to work. So if I'm going to work, I maximize how much money I can make. Then I want to go somewhere where I can just relax. Because when I come there, I don't want to have to worry about working. I want to do what Calvin is doing every day. Whatever I want to do. If I want to get on make YouTube videos, I want to do that. If I want to go work out or travel around the islands, I want to do that. But my goal is not to be working once I make a transition. Yeah. It's going to be fully retirement.
Right. What were you saying, Danny? What was the point you were trying to make?
I was trying to say that, when I was with my ex-wife, I had absolutely no plans to retire. I used to joke around with my coworkers, and I tell them, well, my last day at work will be on a gurney going feet first through those front doors, because I never expected to retire. And I remember I took a 2-week staycation, where you just stay at home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was miserable. I was like, because I was sitting there thinking, my God, is this what I have to look forward to? I'm sitting there, and it was just a Groundhog Day, every single day. And the whole 2 weeks I was miserable.
I tell you what, while you're there, try to find a hobby, find something of interest to do.
Yeah, I was talking to him about that yesterday. I asked him on that interview, I said, what are you going to do with your free time? But let me go back to why we heal when we get out of the United States. Imagine the news cycle in the United States is so bad, man. It's toxic. It's stressful as hell. Every time you pick up that newspaper, it's always death and destruction. But it becomes normal for us, and we internalize it, and we think it's okay, man. And you slowly dying on the inside, man. I was. And when I left there and got here where, I don't have a lot of the stress that I did.
Yeah,
You know, we use the word stress a lot, but we don't really understand what it really means. And it's a dangerous health. Somebody help. Danny, you're a nurse. You know, it's a dangerous diagnosis, man, to have. It's not just something that you say, oh, I'm stressed. It's no big deal.
Yeah, stress is like, it's kind of like a silent killer. You know, you got all these stress hormones running through your body, and it just slowly destroys you from the inside out, you know.
Well, Cal, you know, my dad, before he passed away, used to tell me 3 things to kill you, son: stress, food, and women, and not exactly in that order.
Right.
Well, a lot of the guys you see that are crazy walking around the streets, and it's not drugs. It's some woman behind it, you know. And that's why that's what happens over here. We put the woman so far up on the scale when she shouldn't be. That she shouldn't be. She should be somewhere in the middle toward the bottom.
Calvin, these guys coming over from the West, you know, they don't know how to think about themselves first. They have been so programmed to think about taking care of that woman so they can have that piece next to them conveniently, okay? But they don't really understand that when one of the biggest differences between the two cultures of the United States and the West and the Philippines is the fact that men are the prize. Okay, you're not a victim like you are in the United States or in Canada or in any Western country. You are the prize. You guys have got to come to grips with that. Okay, you don't have to. The days of what we were taught, chivalry. Okay, chivalry exists, but ask a Filipina what she thinks chivalry is. You'll be shocked. She wants you to be the man. She wants you to have cojones. Okay?
Absolutely. You know, it's more than just money over here. We give them a whole different life over here, but don't get it twisted. She wants to know if you can fight. Filipinos want to know if you can protect them because things get heated over here sometimes.
Yep.
You know, if you can't put up your dukes, she's going to be with somebody that can.
So, Calvin, are you telling me that you have to scrap every now and then?
No, but she knows that if I did, she's going to be okay.
It's what she's looking for. It's what she's looking for.
I'm not looking to scrap, but
just don't do it. Just don't do it in a group of Filipinos because you know they'll all gang up on you.
Oh, absolutely. That's happened so
make sure it's one-on-one because if there's a group of them, I don't know, it may not be a good outcome.
Death by 1,000 little cuts.
Well, that's what happened to the young American guy down in Dumaguete a few years ago. He got drunk on the strip, went outside to fight the one guy. Like 7 of them jumped him and they beat him to death, man. It's a terrible way to die. You don't want to die over here like that. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing about getting drunk in these local establishments, man.
You got to use some common sense and courtesy, you know.
Yeah, you got to be careful. That's just like some basic, principles of living overseas.
Well, you know what, Calvin? I think that principle holds true no matter where you're at outside of the U.S.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You know, when I'm outside the U.S. and, I can tell you times and stories that, and typically when I'm traveling, it's always been for business. And, I'm traveling with some of my American colleagues and, we get into these, in certain places and they start to talk about the American values in that country. And I have to remind them, hey guys, we're not on American soil. We're in Europe, or we're in South America, or we're in Canada, or wherever we're at. And I say, guys, let's keep that until we get back into the US. But, don't put me in a situation that I'm gonna have to basically, defend myself by helping defend you, because you let your mouth run out and talk about things that you shouldn't be talking about loudly and disrespecting that country. So you're absolutely right in regards to what you're saying there.
Whenever you cross the borders of the United States, you're a guest of the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
C. John Simpson says, any suggestions for lodging? Well, where are you going to be, CJ? I mean, there's so many places here. You can, hell, they've got a place here called the Dragon Inn. It's owned by an American. Hell, he got rooms for $9 a night. Believe it or not. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, and it's clean, but it's nothing fancy. He's got a suite for $15 a night. 2K Crypto says, any advice on how to remain motivated to work out regularly? Yeah, go down to the cemetery. Go to your local cemetery. That'll be all the motivation you need. That's where you headed. If you don't,
Absolutely.
if you don't start working out on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I got to do once I move here permanently, because I got to figure out some kind of daily exercise regimen. I was telling her, there's a lot for sale that's next to our house, and I would like to buy that lot and have a separate building built over there so I can house exercise equipment.
Booby just got out of the tub. She wants everybody to see. She's sharp now.
Hello, Boo.
Hey.
Hey. Squeaky clean.
How you doing, Booby?
It's one thing over here that you're gonna realize. You're gonna walk a lot more than you normally do at home. Even if you got a motorcycle, you're gonna have to walk a whole lot more.
Right.
Your eating habits are gonna change. Of course, you're gonna have that 365 days of sunshine. We need sun, man. There's no sense. I see Filipinos hiding from the sun over here. It's certain nutrients and vitamins coming from those sun rays you need. And then, of course, you're going to have the beautiful young lady. If that's not motivation enough to want to live longer, man, what can I tell you?
Hey, Danny, you say you may have to, try to figure out a place to work out. I'm just going to assume that being there, you're probably walking everywhere, and you probably, just by walking, is giving you more exercise than what you do here in the States. Because I know abroad, the guys they're always walking, and us being Americans, and I'm having my back, so I'm like, how far is that? And I said, oh, it's just right there. And then we look, and it's probably 5 blocks that way, and they want to walk. It was like, no. We catching an Uber. We're not used to that.
Yeah,
I'm not used to that because I don't walk here. If I go around the block, unless I'm purposely working out, I'm driving.
Right.
I mean, that's what we do here in the U.S. So I think by you being there, you're probably gonna realize your exercise. You're getting that just through your normal activities, just sightseeing and stuff. I'm assuming.
True.
Would you say that, Calvin?
Remember though that you can't outwork a bad diet. You are what you eat.
That's right.
That's true.
Even though in the newspaper it says, "Oh, you died of a heart attack," well, it never really tells you, but what we put in our mouths is what kills us. It's not drugs, it's not cigarettes and all that. It's usually the diet that kills most of us.
It's kind of like when you're exercising at the gym. A lot of people think that the effort that you put in at the gym is where you get your results, and that's about as far from the truth as you can get, because about 20% of what you do in the gym contributes to that. It's the other 80% that happens outside the gym. That's where you get your results.
Guys, I'll tell you this.
That's a fact.
I will tell you this. In the United States, we're being poisoned because we're eating processed food. Processed food is poison.
Yes.
Okay? In the Philippines or in a lot of other countries, the food is a lot less processed. It's fresher. That's why when you go into a restaurant, you go to a restaurant in the United States and your meal's ready in about 15 minutes. You go to a restaurant any place else in the world, you better be thinking about having your cocktail or a tall glass of water and a good conversation while you're waiting on your
That's
food
right.
to be cooked fresh. Okay.
Yep.
So
James said them
I'm sorry.
tune-ups help a lot too.
Oh yeah, there's not a tune-up, oil change, and a front-end alignment will do wonders.
Yeah.
Well,
Even the lube job. Don't forget the lube job. Okay, that's the one that a lot of you guys aren't getting. That's what you guys aren't getting over there that you can get over here.
Hey, but Calvin, now you got to realize that's what took out Kevin Samuels getting that tune-up.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, in the United States,
you need to be in shape. And you need to make sure you physically fit before you do anything.
That's true because
I would say get a thorough physical before you come over here.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Gucci T says, "How was the food you guys had earlier? It looked delicious. It was delicious. It was Western food. Doug cooks Western food. But the crazy thing about it was, Moochie T, when I attended Doug's wedding, I was going to say funeral, but it was wet. He had Filipino food. He had a Filipino caterer that he catered in, and I was shocked. I was like, "What was that all about?" But yeah,
Calvin, I told you I found a Philippine restaurant not too far from where I live. And so now I'm making a point to hit that place once a week. And those ladies and the guys that work there, they seem to be so happy whenever they see me walk in there, because first of all, they know I'm gonna eat there. But most importantly, they're always trying to help me practice with Messiah. So it's gotten it's kind of a mutual agreement there. I'll buy the food and they teach. They're helping me learn Messiah. So I'm not scared of going over there and what I'm going to eat because I got it down now.
Yeah,
like you guys were saying earlier, about getting healthy and all that before you go over come over here to the Philippines. That is absolutely correct, because the last time I was over here was in 2019, and I weighed about 256 pounds. And when I came back, I made the point I was going to lose some weight, and I dropped about a little over 30 pounds since the last time. And when I was out there in 2019, man, you do, like you said, you do a lot of walking. And man, I was huffing and puffing, and Irene, she was like running circles around me, and I was like, oh hell no, I can't. I got to get in shape once I get back to the States. And I mean, that's very important.
Congratulations, Daddy. And how long are you going to be there? How long are you there for? 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
29 days.
You probably going to lose another 8 to 10 pounds before you come back.
Well, I've been eating a lot since I've been here.
Yeah, but you're eating differently.
Irene's been feeding me good. So.
Yeah, you're right about that, Danny. And you stand a lot over here, guys. You're going to stand a lot over here.
Right.
By the time y'all make it over here, the lines are going to be back. You're going to stand a lot on your feet. And you got to be in some kind of shape, or you're not going to be able to enjoy the Philippines the way it should be enjoyed. I came over here and I knew what I had to do. I dropped 30 pounds.
Like, for example,
standing in line and that humidity will teach you how good you are, what kind of shape you're in.
Oh man, what are you talking about?
You know what? That's another good point, Dana. Is the humidity. That's one thing I'm wondering if I can handle there. You know how hot it is here, and humidity is here in Texas. So, I hear Calvin talk about the humidity, the heat all the time. Depends on the region, elevation that you're at. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle that or not. So
I'll give you a tip.
Go down to Florida.
Take your showers at night, so your body has a chance to completely dry off. Because you don't want to get up, take a shower, and go out into that humidity. You will never dry off, and you'll suffer all day long.
Okay.
So-
Is that true, Calvin?
Okay.
Take your showers at night, and so you can be completely dry when you get up and go out and start your day.
And
Okay,
don't
now
wear
the
cotton shoes.
Rambling man, cool you down. He said you can get a lube job in the West. You just have to beg and plead with a Western woman to get it, and it won't even be good. I don't think you know what the lube job is. I think you need to go back and look at my video to find out what that is. You're not getting that in America. If you are, you got to get the crackhead to get that one. Frank Tate says, I must admit I've gained some weight. My wife cooks so much. I never had a woman in the state that cooks for me like my wife in the Philippines. Well, it's on schedule, man. I mean, by the time you finish eating breakfast, they're already cooking dinner. Then Marianda, then lunch. Man, sometimes you just gotta say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not hungry.
Calvin, you know, somebody mentioned the fact that Filipinos eat a lot of pork, and does that hurt them? Listen, they have a pretty balanced diet between chicken and pork and some beef. But the thing about it is, the Filipino diet, it's the rice that hurts them more than anything else, because it's so much starch in their diet. So
All the
it's not really the pork at all that hurts them nearly as bad as it is the starch.
Well, they don't eat as much pork as y'all think.
I know.
50% of Filipino adults are low on protein. Mostly what they eat basically is rice over here and maybe dried fish and vegetables. I'm talking about the masses, guys. And of course, you know, when you get with a foreigner on a special occasion, they'll bring in a lechon, man. But lechons are few and far between over here with the regular people. And their number one disease over here is heart disease too. Okay, that's number one killer over here, just like it is in a lot of places, like in America.
Right.
But you got to be.
Hey, Calvin, being boots on the ground, would you consider at some point talking to your subscribers about some of the little things like opening a bank account? Because I know you told me you have hesitated for a while before you finally opened yours. Talk about that experience when you get a chance. Sometimes you're not necessarily today.
But it's fairly easy. But you have to be here. You have to have your ACR card. Meaning, I'll show you. But you have to be here 59 consecutive days, and then they'll issue you this ACR card right here. It's called a Alien Certificate of Registration. Once you have this, and then after your 59 days, and you go to renew at the immigration, they're going to charge you for this. It takes about another 30 days to get it back. Then you can go and open up a bank account here. You have this, and you take your passport, and it's real simple. You just go in there, and you're going to fill out the W-9. You're going to fill out some forms, tax forms for your home country because of the money laundering and all of that. But other than that, it took me. John told me where to go. I went to PNB. And I promise you, it didn't take me 10 minutes. And that's only
minds want to know.
Most of the time was spent, so much paperwork over here. They got to make copies of this front and back. They make a copy of your passport front and back. All the 3 or 4 forms you fill out, they make copies of that. But yeah, it's real easy over here. It's not hard at all. But that's a good question.
Well, Calvin, I just figured it out. I just figured it out, Calvin. You're not a foreigner. You're not an expat. You're an alien.
Yeah. But see, the thing about it is, and Doug said this yesterday, you're always going to be a foreigner over here, man. You're always going to be an outsider. That's just the way they look at it. I don't care how long you stay here.
Exactly.
You're a foreigner. And that's okay for me. See? But Mookie T said, do they eat dog over here? No, they don't eat dog. But are there places that people eat dog here? Yes. Because I had a neighbor in Zamboanga But hell, he would eat any damn thing. And he said he ate a dog, but he's drunk. If he was eating the fish out of that damn river that ran behind that squatters area, he'd eat any damn thing, and he was eating the fish out of that. So, but for the most part, no, they don't. They don't.
I bet you that guy glowed at night.
He probably more than that. He's lucky, man. But see, you got to realize, man, to eat that's like you might as well just eat a piece of shit, really, because that's where all the waste is
All the
going into the
sewage.
damn river.
I'm sure that guy's radioactive.
Hey, Calvin, back to that banking question.
Really
They don't have any like Chase or Bank of America, some of the global banks in the U.S. that have locations there.
Yeah, but they're not affiliated with the banks in your country. They've got great banks here. They've got BPI, which is the Bank of Philippine Islands, BDO. Most of them they go by initials. I'm in PNB, Philippine National Bank. They got Metro Bank, China Bank. They got some real good banks over here. Now he says the banks will let you put money in, make a withdrawal, and they ask questions. Well, if it's over a certain amount, and that's a great point. My bank, I can only draw out 20,000 just to go in there and get 20,000. If I try to draw out 21,000, I need approval. But because I've been going in there so long and they know me now, the approval is just they'll just sign it and send me to the line. But before, they would ask me, well, what are you using it for? Because remember, guys, it's all about the money laundering. They got to be careful.
That's why I wouldn't use HSBC Bank.
So, Calvin, is that 21,000 pesos or 21,000 in U.S. value?
21,000 pesos, which is about $400. It used to be double that. Then they changed it. It used to be you could go in and withdraw 40,000 without any questions, but now they went down to 20,000. And you got to realize, man, that's a lot of money over here. It puts it in perspective.
It sure is.
Now, when I was buying supplies for my guest house, and even for this house, when I was paying the man, I had to bring in my deed of sale and everything, the contract between me and the engineer, to draw out them large sums of money like that, which really was $4,000 or $5,000. But over here, you're talking 250,000 pesos. Man, that's a fortune, man. If you go in the bank and try to pull that out, they're going to want to know, what are you doing with this? See?
Right.
So I would keep 2 bank accounts. We don't keep a lot of money in China Bank, but if we needed more than 20,000, I just get 20. Then she'll go over there and get 5 or whatever else we need, just to keep them out of your business.
And for those of you who are just coming over here for a few weeks, one of the things that I do is if I start running low on cash, I'll just go on I have an app called Remitly. It's kind of like Western Union, and I'll send money to Irene through that app, and for like $3.99, I can wire $1,000. Or
Yeah, but Danny, you're paying on the back end too. No, the exchange rate is different. That's why you're going to end up paying more. You're going to end up paying more doing that than if you had the ATM card over here.
Well, the ATM card, last time I was using the U.S. Bank, and U.S. Bank would charge me a fee for using it. Plus the ATM itself, they would charge me a fee for using their ATM.
That's right.
So in the long run, it's cheaper for me just to send.
It's not. Let me give you some simple math. Okay. If you say Okay, you just say you're going to send her 1,000. Let's keep it simple. By remit, they charge you $3.99 up front. But there's a two peso, usually like 2.5 peso per dollar difference between Remitly and the Forex. So now you're talking about 2,500 pesos they're charging you on the back end. That's $50. So you're paying $54 to send 1,000 over here. Okay.
Okay.
If I go and take out 1,000 in my ATM because I have to do it twice, it's about half of that. It's about half of that it's going to cost me.
Yeah.
Okay. That was Remitly. And let me tell you something else about Remitly, guys. Go ahead and set that up when you're in America. All right. But once you're over here a long time and they read your IP address and show that you're in the Philippines, you're not going to be able to send money from here.
Oh,
okay,
really?
because they don't have a license to do business in the Philippines. Remitly doesn't. They shut my account down for that. That's why I don't use Remitly anymore. I had no idea. Said, hey, Mr. Roach, I'm sorry. We can't allow you to send money from the Philippines anymore because we don't have a license to do business there. You can send money to the Philippines, and I can pick it up, but I can't send money from the Philippines. That's important. With World Remitly, same way. Now, Western Union is different. PayPal is different with Zoom. But when you're over here, guys, for a long period of time, be conscious of that Remitly and World Remit. And also, they set a limit on how much you can send every 6 months. Okay? That's another reason. That's another limitation of these remittance services. It's all about the money laundering.
Right.
They usually let you.
Yeah, there's limitations.
Yeah, there's a lot of limitations that you better know because one day, the day you really need that money, you're not going to be able to get it.
That's what I ran
Calvin,
into with
Calvin, do you
Western
use a
Union.
mail service over there?
Yeah, but I don't send anything to the United States. I just spent $107 for my son's mother to send me the forms that I need to get his passport renewed because she has to sign it and get it notarized. Because if she'd have sent it in the mail, we wouldn't have got it in time. But no, I don't use that.
Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 that I'm investigating right now that seem to be pretty good. I haven't quite figured out. There was originally 15 of them I was looking at. I'm down to 4 or 5 that seem to offer some pretty good services. And if you were used to getting mail from someone on a timely basis, usually like if you're doing business.
Okay. Now, Moneygram is another one you can use. But remember, just know if they have a limit on how much you can send in a 6-month period or whatever it is, because a lot of times we don't know. I would say use a combination of things. The number one thing, if you're going to be over here longer than 59 days, go ahead and get your ACR card and open up you an account. See, now I can transfer. I just make one transfer every month. I got that from John. He told me that. It saves me a lot of money instead of running back and forth to the ATM, Remitly, and all that. Because now I'm going to get that. I'm going to get as close to the Forex exchange rate as I possibly can when I'm sending that money. Now, do they charge me a one-time fee? They do for the wire transfer. But
you use TransferWise?
You
use TransferWise or Zoom?
I go straight from Fifth Third Bank to PNB, and I can do $5,000 a day if I had it. Of course, I don't have that kind of money, but I can do up to $5,000 US per day transfer. And I'm talking about it's in there within 24 hours. If I send myself money, if I transfer money from my PayPal account to my Philippine account, it's there within minutes, man. You know.
Calvin, you keep mentioning ATMs. Do you use ATMs outside, or do you go inside the bank to use an ATM?
Oh, I have to go inside because are the ones when the bank is open. Okay. After hours, I don't use ATM.
Okay.
Because sometimes they'll grab your card over here, man, and you'll be in trouble till the very next day. So if you're going to use one outside of a bank, make sure the bank is open. And that way you're not going to see a skimmer. More than likely, because here's what happens in these banks. They've got guards standing right there by the ATM machine.
Yep, they sure do.
Yeah, so,
last time.
right. So after hours, I wouldn't use them, man. I'd get my money during the day. Freddie Sanders, thanks for that super sticker. He got married, and I've been trying to get him on the panel, but I guess he's too busy.
How long did it take him?
What is that acronym?
Huh?
You said ACR. What does that acronym stand for?
Alien Certification Registration. It's just something that you have to register as a foreign agent. I guess alien they call you. Once you're in the Philippines, over 59 days. Now, when I come back, see this SSRN number is blank. But because I've been over here so long, they assigned me a SSRN number. So when I come back from my visa run, this will still be valid. But what they're going to do is they're going to give me another card and fill that in. I have some more privileges then. I don't know what they are, but I'll be able to have more privileges than I do now.
But for the guys like, that's not going to be there no more than 30 days, I guess that's the question is, what is the best option to, get your money there in the Philippines?
I would use the ATM. I would bring enough money with me, not over 10,000 though. You can't bring over 10,000. You got to claim it. Right. Just if you're gonna be here 30 days, man, bring $5,000. That's not a lot of money. Bring 50 $100 bills. That's really not that much. Right? That's 5,000. You can borrow till you fall in the Philippines.
Make sure they're crisp $100 bills, because if they if they're crinkled or they got tears or somebody's written on them, they'll be kind of hesitant.
That's a good point.
So Calvin, you say the best place to do exchange is at the airports.
No, not anymore, because one of my subscribers, he called me on that. He said, Calvin, he said, when I came to the airport, he said there was a 4 peso difference. But what I say is this. I say exchange at least $50, $100 there, because they don't take U.S. dollars. The taxi driver doesn't take U.S. dollars. Or you may want to get you something to eat at Jollibee. You may want him to stop at Jollibee or something on the way to your hotel. Okay. So you want to have some pesos in your pocket until the next day you can make it to the ATM or whatever. They may have an ATM at the if they have an ATM at the airport, go ahead and do it there. But I usually bring money with me. He says, Calvin, what's the most cash a person could bring to the Philippines? And John Gomez, without claiming it, this is it right here. $9,999.99. That's a lot of money over here. Okay, that's the kind of money that there was an American over here that got killed over $5,000. I'm just letting you know, you're not in America, you're not in England, France, Australia. When you handling that kind of money over here, man, be careful. 5,000 is nothing to us in America. Okay, but over here it's a fortune, and it's the kind of type of money that gets you killed. Yeah, you're going to get your best rate at the bank, but also the ATM. Same thing. Okay, Fred, he said just working a lot. Now, Francis Journey, you can get 20,000 out at a time, and then actually come back and do it again. A friend of mine took 50,000 out of BDO, 10,000 at a time, 5 times. But the exchange rate right now, believe it or not, is hanging at 52.9 for some reason. See, this is why you want to go to the ATM right now. You're going to get 52.9 at the ATM.
Calvin, what's the highest exchange rate has ever been there, and when was that? Do you know that information?
Well, in my experience, it's been 53.84, and that was December 2018.
And the lowest has been what, 47?
No, I've seen it at 41 before. Yeah, it's been down as low as 41 that I've seen it. Now, OG Fred said he's seen it at 55.
Where is Gentleman Fred?
I believe he's probably, whenever Fred can't make it, he's either shopping or having something done to his house. You know, he's got solar, backup batteries, all type of souped up air conditioning units. You know, Fred's complicated, man. He don't do nothing simple.
All right, now that's my buddy.
Yeah, Fred is my buddy, man. That's a compliment.
I know.
This is a guy, Frank Tate said, put your money in a money belt when you come here. Yeah, but that, it's kind of like a flashing red light when you do that. Because the guys here wear these big, you've seen them, Danny, haven't you? These men purses where they sling them over the shoulder and, be like up right here. But that's kind of letting people know, hey, I've got something in here that I don't want you to see. I just keep the money in my front pocket. And I never...
you still want to pull out a big wad of cash. I mean, use common sense and don't flash your money.
Yeah. I don't carry a lot. I had 2,000. I had 2,000 pesos when I came there yesterday, Danny. That's about the most I carry. Unless it's on a Wednesday and I know I've got to go to the grocery store for that electronic community pantry. Get that, honey, before she sprays herself in the eyes.
I just let.
Yeah,
I just let Irene hold on to the money, and she does all the exchanges. Where we go to buy stuff or pay for stuff. She's more
That's
familiar
smart.
with it. Yeah,
That's a very smart move.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. It's smart if you're managing the money. Yeah, it's smart to let her spend it, but you better manage it because they're not used to managing that kind of money. It's two different things. If you're going to say, hey, look, here's the money to go to the store. Yeah, let her go to the store. But don't just give her all the money and let her manage it. You're going to be in trouble.
No, I don't think that's what he meant. You didn't mean that, did you?
Well, yeah, a lot of guys do that because I did that. And that's why I'm telling you, because my thinking was, well, hell, she knows more about the economy over here and this and that. I'll just give her the $1,000. Well, hell, that $1,000 is gone in a week. You're going to spend $1,000. You don't even get $1,000 the whole year, but you spend it in a week with me.
And with Calvin, you did put it in her hand, right?
Huh?
I said you put that $1,000 in her hand, so hey, once you give it, once you release it, it's gone.
I remember I gave Merlin $2,000, right? I just said, well, here's $2,000 for the, get something to eat or whatever. Man, that money was gone. I couldn't believe it.
Hey, Calvin, speaking of Fred, man, they're having inclement weather over in Guam right now.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's what it is. But Roger Farmer said, yep, they can't manage money. But they can, but only in small amounts. Remember, we're on a whole different universe. We're in a whole different universe than them.
Big numbers overwhelm them.
Absolutely. It overwhelms them. It's just like you. Okay, if all of a sudden you're earning what's a good job in America? 6,000-7,000 a month. I mean, a real good job. Okay. Now all of a sudden somebody's giving you 60,000 per month. You're gonna buy all kind of stupid shit over there. You know,
You got that right.
your diamonds are gonna have diamonds. You know, you have all that crazy stuff. You might have diamonds in your shoes. And I saw a rapper that had he put a damn $24 million diamond in his forehead. That's the kind of stupid shit that you do, but they'll do the same thing over here. If you come over here and give her $1,000, hell, her roosters will have gold chains on their neck. It's true. You'd be like,
not the rooster.
Yeah, the rooster.
Rooster be having gold teeth.
Out of control.
Now that's funny, Calvin. That's a good one.
The rooster will have gold chains.
Y'all know what I'm saying, though.
He'll have a gold.
I needed this laugh
Gold chains and wearing Ray-Bans.
Yeah, see, Freddie
And have one of
Sanders
those gold leashes on his leg.
Yeah, he said, yeah, my wife's not good at saving money. She agrees. Yeah, because, you know, especially when they go to the United States, his wife's over there and they're getting money. One of my subscribers, Daryl, up in Seattle, his wife got her first check. And guess what? She told him, she said, I think they overpaid me. I'm going to have to take some of the money back. He said they made a mistake on her check because she's earning like $17 an hour or something crazy like that in Seattle. And, you know, she's used to earning $17 a week over here. And she thought they overpaid her.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, but these guys are right. He believes in everyone said it's like a basketball player that doesn't know how to control their money. It is. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. They have some crazy stuff over here.
Well, you know what it is that they come into money at a very young age. And, you know, having money creates more problems once you receive that money because you got IRS. Now you got to, you know, figure out ways, how do I protect that money? You know, what are my tax loopholes? And then you got to think about all the, you know, I want to say it nicely, you know, all the people that's going to be close to you, that's going to constantly, take advantage of your kindness. And if you don't know how to say no, that's going to be a problem. If you don't know how to, protect that money, that's going to become a problem. So
yeah,
a lot of people just don't, just put that effort in understanding, okay, I got this pool of money. How do I protect it? Especially from the IRS.
Well, I got a course. I got a course. You fall into some money, just let me know. I got a course I can recommend to you. It tells you step by step what to do. And the first thing they tell you to do is move.
With Dana, you know what? You probably got a good course, brother. But trust me, I know what to do with it.
First thing you do is move.
Well, look at all those lottery winners.
That's right.
Those guys were bankrupt.
Because, you know what? It takes great responsibility when you come, when that type of money falls into your hands. And if you just take it and say, I'm going to buy everything that I always wanted. And then next thing you know, you broke. You back where you started.
Here's a true story. A guy from Kentucky, he won the $110 million. What's the one that's all around the nation?
Powerball.
Okay. He had 40 million after taxes, right? Whatever it was. Don't you know in 5 years he was broke? He's in prison right now. Look it up if you don't believe me. He's in prison because he starts smoking shabu, man, just stupid stuff. He bought an Elvis statue for like $1 million or some stupid shit like that. He went just totally nuts.
HBO had a special about 5 people that had won the lottery, and only one of them had any wealth left after 5 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Now, wealth is something different than money. See, wealth is something that produces money. I would at least have me something that's bringing me something when you get that kind of money. But
I would invest in that money to make more money.
yeah,
And
but
then
they,
spend the money to make off of it.
I wouldn't buy a damn. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar bought a damn roller disco. Like, come on, Kareem. And that's the kind of stuff they do. But there was a black CPA. She said most basketball players, they wouldn't invest $10 million for maybe a 1% interest annually. They want something fancy like a nightclub, something that's really not gonna, work. First of all,
A black hole.
There's two people you need to have on your team when you start coming to money: a CPA and a good attorney. Those two people need to be in your back pocket because they can help you structure, different instruments to help you protect that money, tax savings,
Absolutely.
Get your, throw some money into an annuity. When you come in that type of money, a lot of people looking to sue you. So the only way you can protect that money is, by putting in something that has the insurance wrapper around it, like an annuity or something. And then that pays you out for a lifetime. You take a portion of that. But we don't think about those things. Is how do you protect the money? Okay, I got all this money, but how do I protect it now?
And I'm going to tell you about your financial counselors. Make sure that they know that you can call them anytime you want to. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but they got to have a little bit of fear that you're going to check on them anytime you feel like it.
Well, how you control that is that they don't have complete signature. It takes 2 signatures of your signature on the transaction, no matter what. That's how you resolve that. So they don't rob you blind. Before they make
Calvin, what's the basketball player that played for the Celtics? Antoine Walker.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a perfect example of how to lose your money without pass and go collecting $200.
Yeah. Now, see, here's the thing. Don't ever let the Filipino know how much money you really have. But that's our problem. We want to come over here and impress these women. They can't, it's like they can't process the kind of money. Even you're only having $1,500 a month. That's 75,000 pesos every month. That's just a tremendous amount of money over here. You don't have to even let her know that. Just whenever things I do, just pay for it. You want to take her out, y'all go on vacation, just pay for it. But don't ever let her really know how much you got. I mean, what's the whole point of that anyway?
So, how much money did you tell Marilyn you had when you met her?
Well, she knew I didn't have nothing.
I'm just checking with you.
No, I'm serious, man. She didn't.
Not until you start building that house.
She just knew that I was a foreigner. She took for granted that, hey, we were gonna have food on the table, roof over our head. But she didn't. She don't know now.
Even with my ex-wife, I never told her how much I made. She's like, I don't even want to know because it'll just piss me off.
Yeah.
Calvin, what do you say? Always keep yourself in a position where you're worth more alive than when you are dead.
Yeah. See, that's what John said, and that's true. Yeah, I'm worth more alive. See, that's why I told her, slow down on this damn motorcycle. It's all over. You going right back to the place.
Calvin, I never will forget that time you were walking down the street in St. Carlos City and you were doing your vlog and you were like, oh, hell, here comes Marilyn now. And she went shooting by you on that bike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Flying on that bike, man. And I said, That's what almost broke us up from the beginning, man. The women over here, especially, man, they drive like crazy over here. And I was like, look, either you slow this bike down, or you take me back to Cebu. I ain't think that would. Either way, it's your choice.
So, Calvin, have you purchased her new bike yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
We didn't have no choice because we gave the other one to our brother.
So you got a bigger one this time
bigger.
so that you can be more comfortable riding?
Yes, it's bigger. But you can have just about anything over here you want. It's not that expensive. Altogether, it's going to cost about $2,000. Big deal. I mean, that's nothing. But hell,
Unless
over
you
here,
need
that's like a fortune.
Unless you start looking at Harley Davidsons.
Oh yeah. But there's a foreigner here who has a Harley Davidson, and he looks like, man, it just looks so out of place. He's way up here, and everybody else is way down here. I mean, really, man, he's on a real Harley Davidson. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's like he's riding in a damn parade. He's like a float or something. He's way up here, and everybody else is way down here. It's comical when you see it, man.
They got a big bike club in Manila that goes up to 100 Islands on their rides going up north toward Baguio City. And man, you talking about a bunch of big bikes. There are BMWs, there's Ducatis, there's Harleys. I mean, and that's the name of the club, Big Bike Club.
Is that the one out of Angeles City, Dana?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that part of it is in Manila, and they do have members in Angeles City. Yeah.
Angeles. Okay. Yeah. I think I saw one of the vloggers videos on that particular biking group. Which kind of, I was like, man, I thought they was back in the U.S. That's all it was.
This got to be funny, especially W's Secrets of Success. What do you think about this? He said, yes, life insurance is nonsense. What do you think about that statement?
Well, I think it's an instrument like anything. It depends on the purpose. Everybody has different goals. If I want to leave some money, to my kids and to pay off debts that I haven't paid off, well, I'm going to purchase a term life insurance policy because it's the cheapest one out there. If I want to leave some cash value to my kids or my relatives, maybe I'll look at some type of whole life or index policy. So it's really what
I'm saying. I'm saying the principle. See, it used to be life insurance was really shady. Right? Because I'm an insurance agent for it'd be 19 years in July. And they changed a lot of laws though, guys, in the 80s, in the mid 80s. That's one thing that Reagan did. Now you can never pay more in premium than the death value of your policy. Okay. So you're talking about the principle of large numbers. You take the large amount of people that pay for the losses of the few. So if you buy an insurance policy, guys, look, it's not nonsense. If you're out there trying to insure yourself, man, you're going to be in big trouble. Not many of us have that kind of money. Why not let the life insurance do that for you? I'm not selling you life insurance because I don't sell anymore.
For me, Calvin, it's just another financial tool and have an understanding how to use it. Just like you have a 401k, just like you have a traditional IRA, just like you have for savings, or you're investing in the stock market. Insurance is a part of that, that strategy. And if you don't need it, don't buy it. But if you need it, then you purchase it.
Yeah, but you need it. I mean, if you're not going to do anything, at least have it to bury your ass because it costs to die.
Well,
Okay.
some people don't care about being, once they're dead. They say,
Well, that's
I
what
don't care what they do with my body. But
Yeah.
most of us do, like you said, Calvin. So
But see, it don't matter.
You want to at least have $20,000 out there so they can at least bury you, or at least, incinerate you or something, and put you in a nice vase or
Somebody's
something
going to
and
pay that.
put on the mantle.
Somebody is going to pay that. Somebody's going to be stuck with that debt. That's why they're doing all these GoFundMes. And, man, if y'all see some of these funerals I've been to, man, you'll hurry up and get you a cheap life insurance policy, because it's your health that backs your life insurance policy and your health insurance policy. Don't wait until you get 100 years old and want to take out a policy. Then, okay, here's another thing. It's the reason why a lot of poor people stay poor. The guy said it. It's a wealth transfer. Imagine if you're unreasonable to say you don't need life insurance, especially if you got young kids or even kids that's still in school or even going through college, and you die, because death is certain and you don't know when you're going to die. Okay. A lot of rich people, here's what they do. Some of my clients were rich. They only had the life insurance policy to pay any inheritance taxes and anything that they had coming down the pipe. Because remember, you got to pay that.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Calvin. It's just a financial tool, guys.
But to say it's nonsense, that's crazy. Ask John if it was nonsense. John didn't have any policy. He should have.
Is that Texas to Zoe?
Yeah, we got Texas. He's going to be on here for the last, I guess, 30 minutes. When are you supposed to be leaving, Danny? They're supposed to be bringing you here.
June 18th. This will be my last day.
No, leaving Doug's place.
Oh, leaving here. We're gonna be going back to Davao on Thursday.
No. Today, he's supposed to be bringing you to my house.
Oh.
You better check.
I think
he told me 10:30 or 11.
Yeah, it's like 11:30 or something.
Hey, what we bro? I'm late today, man, because my buddy got some property and I helped him move some air conditioners and stuff like that.
What's up, Texas?
Oh, okay.
What's up, bro?
Hey,
yeah,
Texas.
man. My neighbor.
Doing,
what's up, bro? My neighbor, he's from New Jersey. He got here about 6 months ago and just got him a place, and he's got over 1,000 square meters, man, with a lot of vegetation. So I helped him move from one place to another, and we just finished, bro. But that's why I'm late, man. That's why I'm late. But what we talking about today? What's going on, guys?
Just anything. It's always open policy on the panel. Just whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, nice, man.
But do you have? What if something happened to you, Texas? Do you have life insurance policy?
No.
So what's going to happen?
What would happen to me? What would happen in my situation if I was to go? Is that my properties in the States and here will all go to my kids and my wife, bro. I'll put it as simple as that. I came here to build a family, and obviously I have dependents and everything here, so it's all under their name, everything, bro.
Right. So what about the inheritance tax?
Say again.
Inheritance tax. They have to pay.
I'm sure they'll figure all that out. As far as the percentage and everything, I don't know. I don't even compute any of that stuff. But I do know that everything in the States is already paid for, and so all we do is pay the property tax. But if something was to go down, then I don't even think that far, bro. I don't care about stuff like that. I'm just being honest and real with y'all, man. I don't even think that far, bro. But yeah, if anything happens, man, I told my wife, I said, everything here's everything. You can everything is yours, man. I came here to the notion that you should have. I don't even know what a trust is, bro. I don't even know what the fuck that is, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I came here I came here and stuff like that. Once I settled down, I know I was gonna build my life, the rest of my life with my wife and my kids. I said, hey, this is what I have. This is what's everything right here. Anything happens to me, you got access to everything. Because this is what happened, all right. One of an American died here in Davao about a month ago, and he didn't share any of the information to the current wife, and they wasn't married that long, bro. So at the end of it all, we buried that guy. What the account that she had access to only had $60, bro. So
Yeah.
we put up the funds to get him buried and all that. You know, where they display the body and all that. We paid for all that because even his own family in the States wouldn't help, man. So that's what.
You guys bring up an interesting topic here in regards to, like, here in the U.S. I understand that I can have a will. So
Yeah.
I have a will, and whoever I have in my will in regards to where I want my assets to go, that's where it's going to go. In regards to whoever my beneficiaries that I have on my insurance policies, that's where that money is going to go. But how does that work in the Philippines, Calvin, or Texas?
I'll tell you how it works.
Is it structured the same way?
I'll tell you how it works with me. When I built this house and everything around it, it's in her name. So if anything happens to me,
Correct.
That's her future. If she sells this right now, this is worth more. This is lifetime money for her if she would sell.
That's right. Yeah. And why wouldn't you do that? That's right. We come over here and we have kids here, so why wouldn't you give it to them? That's what it's about, man.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't build over here for the
but
same
here's my
reason.
question
for me. No.
Here's my question for you, Calvin, because you have kids and an ex here in the U.S. And I believe you're still married to, right?
Yeah.
So right now you in Maryland and you have a daughter there. And if something should happen to you, I'm just wondering if you don't have a will or, like you say, an insurance policy where you have, them as a beneficiary there and here,
see, I've got an insurance policy.
So what I'm saying is that if you have the insurance policy and you got your beneficiary, that's a contract. So we know where that money is going. But the rest of your assets that you may have, would that still go, right now, would that go to your wife, in the U.S., your ex-wife in the U.S., or would it go to America?
Whatever I've got in the U.S., but see, I got rid of everything I had. I got rid of my house in 2011. So I don't really have a whole lot in the United States. Everything I got is over here. When I left the United States, I left for good. Only thing I've got that's going to cover anything for me is my life insurance policy. I'm going to keep that. That's $1 million. She's on there, though. Eventually, I'm going to have to change the beneficiary, but it's her. She's the primary. My son is the secondary.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only thing that really, once we divorce, I'm going to change that. But right now, I'll just leave it as it is.
But Calvin, you also can put that in percentage as well. You can put a certain percentage to your son, a certain percentage to your,
I know.
As a beneficiary,
I know.
50-50 or 70-30, whatever you want.
But that's why I was saying when the guy said, he says insurance is nonsense. I said it's not. I said if nothing else, your ass is gonna die. You're gonna die if nothing else.
So Texas, the question for you: you say you got property still here in the U.S., but your wife and kid is there with you in Davao. If something could happen to you, what do you have a will in place?
Well, yeah. When it comes to that, say my kids are Americans, bro. They have U.S. passport and stuff, and so they are the primary kin. They are my dependents. That's right, and stuff like that. So that's what will happen in my case, because it's a little simpler in my case, because Yeah, the United States government are aware that my kids are here and they're born here, but they're Americans. But I have no kids over there, so it makes it a little bit simplified.
Okay, Danny. Danny's getting ready to come on down. Come on, Danny.
Where's Daddy?
Because
Daddy's right there.
yeah, he's getting ready to leave. He told me. There it says, "Hey, Calvin, Doug is
Oh,
going to take us to your place now."
Yeah,
oh, he
yeah, Doug. Yeah, Doug's ready to take us over there to your place, Calvin.
Okay,
So
well, come on.
I'm gonna go ahead and bail out for now.
Hey,
all
Danny,
right,
Yeah,
man.
nice meeting you, man, and enjoy your time over there.
All right, man.
but you
Thanks
know,
for
Cool.
just to say something for anybody that's coming over here, um, don't put your girl in the same position that John did. See,
Yeah,
and I'm not picking on John. I'm just telling you that a lot of expats think like that. It's like,
yeah.
okay, well, she's with me. She's going to live a good
see you
life.
guys.
I'm going to take
Yeah,
good care of her. But
yeah.
they have no plan when they die. The
Exactly.
girl literally has to go back to the squatter area or
Yeah,
to wherever she's staying,
that's
and
not cool, man. Yeah.
That's what
See,
John's girlfriend is doing.
yeah,
She's back
because
to square one.
yeah, we're supposed to come here to make a. We're supposed to come here to make a difference in someone's life, man. And so, man,
Well, that's
all
the
that
job
side,
anyway.
all that
Give
side
give
pussy.
you a
That's all that side pussy. That's that's
and you
not
tell
benefit.
them to come
That's just for
down here,
fun,
man.
bro. But you gotta have a main one that for a fact they take care of you and stuff. And if anything happens, they take. Those are the ones that deserve, everything that you can give, man. And that's what it's about. And when I
Yeah,
had my kids, yeah,
but a lot
I
of
agree with
people
that,
think like
Texas.
that. They think, well, I'm not gonna give her access because she's only my girlfriend or whatever. I'm not gonna give
yeah,
her access to my bank account. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. But it's
yeah,
wrong, man. It's wrong. You should at least. I mean, you gotta realize $10,000 would set them on their feet for a long, long time.
oh yeah, that's for sure, yeah. Uh, you gotta talk to your other half, man, to ensure them to let them know, hey, if anything goes wrong, everything like my wife know everything about me. My wife know all my exes, everything, bro, everything, bro. I don't hold nothing back from that girl. I don't hold nothing back. I sleep good at night over here, man. I sleep good at night over here, man.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming on. I've got to get off here because Danny and them on their way. We're gonna take them to lunch. We got to get
Nice,
Booby
man.
ready, and I've got to get ready. Maryland's not even ready. Well, Maryland's got out of the shower.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the panel.
Calvin, you gonna put on your dress T-shirt?
No,
Yeah.
man, that's what I like about the Philippines. It's a simple life over here. If I put that shirt on that you got on right now, it would be considered formal. Yeah,
You overdressed.
yeah, I'd be overdressed over here.
Yeah.
They would joke. Remember
Yeah.
go back on my live stream the other day. I had on that golf shirt.
Yeah.
And that's what Marilyn said. She said, "Where are
Yeah.
you going?" I'm not going nowhere. It's just a damn golf shirt, an old
Yeah.
fake Tiger Woods shirt. And she
Yeah.
claimed that I was getting formal. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is not-
Hey, Calvin. Well, at least you're not wearing that extra small booby shirt that I saw you in that time.
yeah. Sometimes though, I'm gonna tell you that was the best I had at one time because when you get over here, if you don't bring you enough stuff, you're gonna see these sizes over here. I would need a 6X basically because there's four sizes. There's a 4 size difference.
Smaller here, yeah. Like this is a 3X. I usually wear 1X in the States. This is a 3X.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you
Yeah.
guys can't order from Amazon from there. They don't
Yeah,
have
You
orders there.
Yeah.
You can.
But the shipping is gonna kick your butt.
Yeah. For all my stuff, I go to SNR over here, bro. But still, they're designed primarily for Filipino people, and they're much littler.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Okay.
Calvin, I know you guys gotta go and everything. You gotta host some guests there, so I'll go first. What I'm saying is that if people come over here, so I was somewhere else earlier to help out another expat, And that's what we're supposed to do over here, bro. To make, anything you can do to make another person's life a lot better. That's what you're supposed to do. So you guys in San Carlos, you're going to have some lunch over there. You guys have a good day. And you guys in the West, Dana and the other gentlemen, that you guys have a good evening there. But that's why I was late, bro. I was elsewhere transporting some stuff for another neighbor earlier, and that's why I was late. And you guys have a good day in San Carlos, man. And and we keep it down. We hold it down over here in Davao and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
brother.
Texas, thanks for that. Hey, Calvin, thank you very much for inviting me here on the live. You mentioned trying to get me on here, so I'm glad that I was able to come on here and chat with you and the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
Texas, Dana, and Danny. I know Danny's already gone, but appreciate it. Like I said, I really like your content. Follow your channel. In addition to several other vloggers that report on the Philippines or that base there in the Philippines. So, what I like about your channel is that you're always talking about the real nitty-gritty, what I really like, and you don't sugarcoat it. So that's what really attracted me to your channel, as I've always told you. So, thanks again for inviting me to come on. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks. Okay, Dana, we're gonna give you the last word.
Okay, my last word is Tanoy. I'll see you in August, buddy.
Okay, nice, man.
And I'll give you advance warning, so you'll know when I'm coming.
Bro, like I said, anybody that if you're in Davao area, hit me up, man. I'll hook you up. You know what I'm saying? We'll pick you up at the airport, whatever you need, bro. And I'll drive you wherever you need to go within Davao area, whatever you need, man.
Hey man, we got Texas in our roots. So
yeah.
I know.
And I mean that, dude. I mean that, man. Anybody out here that come out here in this area.
I know you do, brother. And I appreciate you with all my heart. Because see,
man.
this August trip, I'm going to be moving around. I'm going to be basing myself out of Cebu. That's because I'm flying in there and flying out of there. But I'm going to go over to Iloilo because that area intrigues me because I'm looking for where I'm going to ultimately land. So Iloilo's on my list. Davao is on my list. Of course, the Cebu area is on my list. And that's about it for right now. So I'm going to be moving around on this first trip, getting a little taste of everything. Got to come over to see Calvin because his feelings will get hurt if I get as close as Balamban and don't come across that channel to see him.
Yeah. Hey, Dana, how long are you going to be there?
I'll be here at least a month.
Okay. And are you flying directly from Dallas into Cebu?
Yeah, I'm flying from Dallas to LA, Singapore, and then into Cebu.
Oh, nice.
Which airlines?
I'm going to fly Philippine Air. PAL.
Yeah.
I'll be contacting you to do some arrangements for me.
Sure thing.
All right,
sure
Okay,
thing.
guys, I got to get out for it, man. Thank y'all so much.
Have a good day, brother. Have a good day.
Calvin, have some fun today.
And I will have that Miss Sunshine Shoulders Beauty Contest. It's coming up in July. When I get back from my visa run, I'm headed to Thailand. One of my subscribers is going with me. We're going to do it up, man. I'm going to send y'all back some pictures. I may have to build another house. I don't know if Maryland's going to let me back in here.
I was just about to say, Calvin, don't be taking no pictures.
Calvin, I do not.
Stays in Thailand.
Calvin, I do not have bail money. You understand?
Okay, guys, take care, man. Stay safe.
Take care. Later.
I'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.